It was 1929 when blackberries burned your house down. You were 5 years old, and at 80 you were bitter because you never had a farmhouse like that again. Then your house turned blue. You had grandchildren and a husband who whistled when he spoke. No one can see it like I do, remember it like I do. Smells of dogs, dust, cigarette smoke, and sunlight. Your finger in the baked beans. They needed 5 more minutes, but I was full from breakfast. You eat like a bird. You'd always say that, and I'd think, maybe I'd eat like a horse if you hadn't had your finger in the baked beans. So offensive, like a bird. So sit yourself down in the recliner. Spread your soft body to fill the gap to your arms, white curls around your neck, stubborn legs hardly moving, feet and toes clinging to carpet. Rock forward, drawing breath, drawing nicotine. You paint another picture. When I was little, you were an amazing artist. I wrote a little story. Mom told you to be proud. I think we fooled each other, but that's fine. It doesn't matter. I'd rather sit with a pen or a brush and be the worst than be the best at drooling over moving pictures. You knew life was more interesting. I figured it out, I think. Am I contradicting myself? There is still life in the artificial, and as far as you can see your grandmother's hands in a painting, hear her voice, like a bird. And you know I have so many things that belong to you now. Scarves, cameos, curtains, cookbooks, paints, eyebrows, more. You're scattered, really. Sadly, it turns out my fantasy was unfounded. That you were my ancestor with some magical history, and on my 16th birthday you would surely bestow upon me some supernatural gift, power, wealth, or ability, and we would connect like no one else. Your eyes would tell me secrets. I can't remember your eyes. And you would teach me, but you didn't even teach me to paint. You just gave me a brush and paper and said, paint. I didn't know what to do, so I painted a simple, generic sunflower. All your fault. We weren't even royalty. In my dreams, we were royalty, not generic. I wonder where that sunflower is. I do remember you pretended to like it. At least, it was me, so you kept it. Kept your mouth closed, opinionated woman, afraid to speak around you. Knew what silent meant. Power. Your blood makes me stubborn. Stubborn woman. Death had to be on your terms. Your illness. Your secret. It worked. I wasn't worried. But you know, I'm not a Republican anymore. We'd have so much to talk about, and I've read more like you told me to when we tried to have a conversation that time. But then you stopped eating, and worse, you stopped smoking. Mortal man will not catch your foot. No wonder. The doctors gave him 6 months, and he died the next day. Your hand didn't move, but I held it anyway. Why measure life in such a quantitative fashion? Why do men get to take bets on death? With treatment 2 years, without 6 months, a week, any day now, a day, roll the die and die. Which is why Mom called you for me in the laundromat, but I couldn't hear your words for the tumbling. Now who will draw the old woman feeding ducks from a pail?